Let's talk about the year that was 1999, the year that I turned 21 years old. Fun fact, I am such a square that I actually didn't drink until I was 21. I was such a dork that I waited until my actual 21st birthday to have a beer. I never drank beer in my entire life until I was 21. I didn't do drugs until I was like 28, 29. And I remember the first beer I had when I was 21 in 1999, September 7th, 1999, had my first beer. I said, ew, yuck, people drink this? This is terrible. Why do people like beer? Awful. Anyway, the year 1999, turns out, had some pretty great songs from our friends at Loudwire, 50 rock songs that defined 1999. So let's check it out. You can already see the image here. We got some bangers from your man, Chad Childers, over at Loudwire. But before we go any further, this is the part where I ask you to follow me on Twitch. I'm streaming twice a week from 4 to 7 p.m. Pacific on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and think of it like hanging out at Denny's after a show. Except you are with a couple hundred of your best friends. Check it out at the link in the description of this video, and I hope to see you there. So 50 rock songs that defined 1999. Alice in Chains, Get Born Again. I don't remember that one. Respect to Alice in Chains, but anything without Lane is not the real Alice in Chains, in my opinion. Oh, this was one of the last... I'm sorry, my mistake. This was one of the last songs with Lane. I still don't know the song, so I don't know it. America and Football, Never Meant. All right, I feel like America and Football is a band that nobody cared about until like 10 years ago. I would not put this on a list of songs that defined 1999. I wouldn't put it on there. What's My Age Again by Blink-182. Now there we go. There is a classic. Hell yes, absolutely must be on this list. And remember back when pretty girls having tattoos was like unusual, and she has like, it's a tiny tattoo, like here, really. It's a pretty small tattoo. And I remember like, wait, she's a pretty girl and she has tattoos? Wow. Whoa, this is something else. And then Suicide Girls came out, and then everyone realized, oh, pretty girls with tattoos, you can make a lot of money from desperate simps. And then fast forward 20 years and we had OnlyFans. But anyway, What's My Age Again? Yes, must absolutely be on this list. This is the definitive pop punk song, in my opinion. The end. This is the definitive pop punk song. The one. Buck Cherry, Lit Up. Gotta have your boys Buck Cherry on this list. I feel like this is definitely hot dog music, meaning, would you ever listen to Buck Cherry on your own? Absolutely not. But if they were playing at the county fair when you were waiting in line to get a hot dog, 100 yards away, you'd be like, you know what? Maybe this band's not so bad. So as far as hot dog rock goes, yeah, decent hot dog rock. Bush, The Science of Things. Disagree with that. Bush was always a kind of mid bandwagon grunge band. Even in 94, when they first came out, they were mid. I can't imagine caring about anything that Bush did in 1999. Collective Soul, Heavy. I don't know this song. Collective Soul is an interesting band because they have like a shocking amount of really popular songs, but I couldn't tell you any of them other than the first one. Yeah, Shine. So they have like 3 top 40 songs, like 4 top 100 songs. It's kind of weird. I would not put them on this list. Chris Cornell, Euphoria Morning. I don't know Chris Cornell's solo stuff well enough to have an opinion on this. Incredible vocalist, seemed like a great guy. Don't know enough about his music to have an opinion, but here we go. Higher by Creed. Non-ironically, okay, first of all, we got to talk about this cover art. Apparently, this is Mark Tremonti's brother, apparently was like their creative director. And I would say, listen, I'm sure he's a lovely guy, but this looks like something you would make in your high school graphic design class when you had to make the cover for like a video game. You're like, yeah, this is a game I came up with for PlayStation 1 called Creed, and it's about like this giant that like, you can like jump up out of the ground and like crush the villagers and stuff when you press the X button. But I do not ironically think this album is actually really good. I think Higher is a fucking great song. Like, legitimately, it's a great song. You can think what you want about Scott Stapp, you can think what you want about the vocals and stuff, but legitimately, I think it's a great song. In all seriousness, I really do think it's a great song. Days of the New. I hate this band. Cover art's kind of cool. Very 90s, but kind of cool. Fear Factory, Obsolete. I love Fear Factory. Great band. Super underrated. One of the most important bands in all of metal. Like, Fear Factory pioneered so much of what we think about as metal now, like those super tight gated chuggy guitars, you know, the guitar and kick drum being like super locked in, the good cop bad cop vocals. I don't think this is their best album. It's still a good one. It's not their best album, but I'll take it. Filter, also a very good band. I really like Filter. This cover art is incredibly 1999. Yeah, very, very 1999. I don't know why people don't talk about Filter as much as they should. Hey Man, Nice Shot. That's the song everyone talks about. I think this song is great. Where do we go from here? I love this song. Kind of Deftonesy. Yeah, I like Filter. Oh, 2 songs. Wow. Bold. 2 Filter songs back to back. Okay. I'll take it. Foo Fighters, Learn to Fly. I do think that is a very good song. I'll take it. Old Foo Fighters is great. Learn to Fly is really good. Monkey Wrench is my personal favorite Foo Fighters song, but Old Foo Fighters is very good. I think, you know, some of the newer stuff gets a little bit dad rock for me, but the Old Foo Fighters is great. Oh, Guns N' Roses. Jesus, I've never heard this. Oh My God by Guns N' Roses. I didn't even know this. Oh, it's the soundtrack to End of Days, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Okay. Sorry, but everything after Use Your Illusion by Guns N' Roses is not good. Not good. Jimmy Eat World, Lucky Denver Mint off of Clarity. Okay, yeah, definitely not a super popular song at the time, but in hindsight, probably the best 90s emo album. I think Jimmy Eat World, you know, this album didn't get its recognition until much later, but I'd say, yeah, I'll take it. Kid Rock, Ba With A Ba. Okay, look at this motherfucker. This is my new aesthetic right here. The shitty fucking white guy Midwest braids with a cigar and a bowler hat standing outside some fucking pull tab lounge on West 117th in Cleveland. I would have put American Badass. Is that on this album? I don't know. You can't say rock and roll without Kid Rock. That's all I know. Another Kid Rock song. This man loves his Kid Rock. Are we going to go for... No, okay. I was hoping for a third Kid Rock song. Okay, Freak on a Leash by Korn absolutely belongs in this list. Not my personal favorite Korn song, but I would say this is probably like their biggest overall song, I think. Got a ton of mainstream recognition on MTV. I think this is the song that got a whole lot of people into nu metal, so I would definitely say that this song belongs on the list. Lenny Kravitz, American Woman, from the Austin Powers The Spy Who Shagged Me soundtrack. Austin Powers, not as good as I remember it being. I tried watching it recently. It's not as good. Not as good as I remember it being. My favorite thing about Lenny Kravitz, I wish I could play it here on stream. I can't. After you're finished watching this video, what I want you to do is go on Twitter and look for the video of Lenny Kravitz's. It's great. It's one of the best videos you'll ever see. So he's playing, it's from a couple years ago. He's playing at some festival wearing leather pants, and he like squats down real low to like do some cool guitar thing, and his leather pants split open right at the crotch and his dick flops out, and it's a perfect shot of him just like squatting down like in the Attack video, and his pants rip open and his dick is just flapping out in the wind in front of everybody. It's one of the best moments ever caught on film. So for that reason alone, even though I kind of hate his music, the fact that he had that like perfect dick squat puts him on this list. Okay, Nookie by Limp Bizkit from Significant Other, also definitely have to have that on the list. That's the song that, in my opinion, really defined Limp Bizkit. I know they had other songs that were bigger, but I think it's their best song, personally. I'm not a Limp Bizkit enjoyer overall, but I do love that song. Yeah, I think it's got to be on the list. Great video, too. Oh, Rearranged as well. Okay. All right. I don't know how I feel about putting 2 songs from the same band on this list, but That's how they're doing it. My Own Worst Enemy by Lit. Man, Lit is a fucking great band. They were definitely a one-hit wonder. There were a couple other songs that were decent, but this was a great song, and the whole band is awesome. Like, their whole discography is great. Really underrated. This song, Drop D, is really cool. Yeah, Ziploc is great too, and Miserable. This band is fucking great. I love this band. It's just like a great, like, poppy rock album. Super catchy. Underrated band. I would definitely put this on the list. It just makes me think of American Pie. Okay, wow. 2 Lit songs. Respect. I respected. This man put 2 songs by Lit and Filter on this list. 2 very underrated, great bands. This man, Chad Childers, has my respect. Dolphins Cry by Live. I don't know this song. I only know Live's first song. I don't remember the name of it. I don't know this song. Marilyn Manson, I Don't Like Drugs, off of Mechanical Animals. I don't know that song. I don't like Manson, but yeah, probably belongs on here. I don't know. Manson, obviously one of the most important artists in the 90s, so probably belongs on here. Whiskey in the Jar by Metallica from Garage Inc. I don't know this song. Oh, it's cover of Thin Lizzy. That's right. Okay. Hit or Miss from the original version, Nothing Gold Can Stay, by A Newfound Glory. Before they were Newfound Glory, they were A Newfound Glory. I love old Newfound Glory. Love, love, love. This is their worst album, but it's still pretty fucking good. Great band. Gotta put it on this list. I'm beginning to think that 1999 was indeed the peak of music. It might be the peak of music. So far, pretty damn good batting average here. The Day the World Went Away by 9 Inch Nails. I do not know enough about their music to have an opinion on this one. Obviously, very important band. Probably belongs here, but I don't know the song. The Offspring, The Kids Aren't Alright. I mean, you guys know my feelings on The Offspring. I don't think The Offspring are great. I think this album kind of sucks, personally. I think Smash was okay. Personally, not a fan of The Offspring. Definitely not of this album, but, you know, certainly don't need to. Oleander, Why I'm Here. I have no idea who this is. I vaguely remember their name. This cover art, that's Mazinger or something, one of those like really old school Japanese robots. Do not know who this is. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that it sucks. Stitches by Orgy. Okay, Orgy, you know what? Orgy, actually a pretty good band. I've talked about this before. People know them for their cover of Blue Monday by New Order, which was very good. But Orgy, actually a good band. Their first 2 albums, actually both pretty good. One Man Army by Our Lady Peace. I vaguely remember this band existing. I don't remember anything about them. This font is what's really grabbing my eye here. This looks like the font that would be on the cover of some like real like shit tier like PS2 game that you would get at Walmart, you know, in like the clearance rack. Some like Navy shooter type game that you would get for, you know, $2.50 at Walmart when you're on vacation with your aunt and you're just like bored to shit. And you're like, well, all I have is $3, so get this like crappy shovelware PS2 game. Hope it's good. It's not good. Power Man 5000, When Worlds Collide. Okay. Yeah. Power Man 5000, not the world's best band, but this is a good song. You know it from Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Driving Rock runs in the family as Power Man 5000 leader Spider 1 is the younger brother of Rob Zombie. I wonder if the younger brother makes Rob call him Spider when they go to like, you know, Thanksgiving or something like that. He's like Danny or whatever his name is, you know. Rob's like, hey, Danny, could you pass the salt? And they're like, God damn it, Rob. I told you it's Spider 1. He's like, okay, Spider 1, will you pass the cranberries, please? Yes, I'd be happy to, Rob Zombie. I've been calling you Rob Zombie for years. The least you can do is call me Spider 1, Rob Zombie. Yeah, Rob calls him Spider, but he wants to call him Spider 1. Oh, no, it's not Spider, it's Spider 1. Oh, I hate this family. I hate all you guys so much. You just have no respect for me. All I Wanted is called Spider One. Okay, Guerrilla Radio by Rage Against the Machine. Another song from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, I believe, right? Not my favorite Rage Against the Machine song, but it's a catchy one. I prefer the first album. First album, I think, is a classic. I don't love everything else they've done. The drips on this artwork here make me think he's wearing one of those fringe leather jackets. When I was in 7th grade, back in 1990, there were two kinds of metal kids at my school. One kind was like the thrasher kids who were into like, you know, Metallica and Megadeth and stuff like that. And they were like a little bit scary, the thrash kids. And then there was like the hair metal butt rock kids that listened to like Poison and Dokken and White Lion and Guns N' Roses and stuff. And those were the kids that wore the jackets with the fringe on them. The thrash kids had just the regular leather jackets, but the butt rock kids had the fringe ones. So I don't know. I can't take this album seriously because of the fringe leather jacket on the cover. Sorry. Okay, another Rage song, Around the World by Red Hot Chili Peppers from Californication. I hate this album and I hate this song and I hate Red Hot Chili Peppers. To me, this is newer Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know how old I am? I am so old that I think of Californication as one of the newer Red Hot Chili Peppers albums. Because to me, Blood Sugar Sex Magic is like the last good Red Hot Chili Peppers album. So that's how old I am. Scar Tissue, I hate the song, but it is legitimately a really good, catchy song. And it was a giant hit. So, I mean, you know, I can back it. Even though I hate this song, I'll go with it. Denial by Seven Dust. I don't know. I think Seven Dust is not a great band. I have a hard time putting them on this list. Not a bad band, but, you know, kind of the definition of mid, in my opinion. Anna's Song by Silverchair. This is an interesting one. I don't actually remember what this song sounds like, but it is about him being anorexic. And what's fucked up is that back then, people made fun of him for it. Like, that's how insensitive we were in the 90s. People were like, oh, he's anorexic? How gay. We were such fucking assholes in the 90s. I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at how just horrible we were back then. So I think it's, you know, it's actually very brave of him to, you know, make a song about that. And yeah, we were assholes. I'm sorry, Silverchair. We were assholes. Another Silverchair song, Smash Mouth All-Star. That was in Shrek, right? Or Mystery Men. That's what it was. Yeah, I mean, I feel like All-Star is maybe an even more popular song now than it was then. I mean, it's like, it's become a meme now. Gotta have it on the list. I hate it, but it's got to be on the list. Everlasting Gaze by Smashing Pumpkins. I do not know this song. Once again, I'm so old that to me, this is like later Smashing Pumpkins. To me, the only Smashing Pumpkins is Gish. And anything after Gish is new Smashing Pumpkins to me because I'm that old. Mud Shovel by Stained. Mud Shovel, that sounds like the name of a local nu metal band. And this cover art, God, everything about this is like local nu metal band. They've got an evil clown that somebody's brother pirated a copy of Photoshop and learned how to flip things vertically. So he's like, bro, I'll hook you up with the cover art, bro. And his brother made this. Check out my band Mud Shovel. We're playing this Thursday at the Blind Lemon. Check us out. Down by Stone Temple Pilots. I don't know this song, but I do like Stone Temple Pilots. They're a good band. Little Black Backpack by Stroke 9. I have never heard of this band in my entire life, so I do not know anything about it. Let's listen to it. I have no idea who they are. Sounds bad so far. Mud Shovel sounds like a sex act you hear about on Urban Dictionary and nowhere else. Yes. Okay, this is bad. I don't know why anybody would put this on a top 50 list of anything. This is terrible. Okay, yeah, that's awful. Very generic. Tonic, You Wanted More. I don't know what this is either. Let's see. I'm such an asshole. I skip like 20 seconds into a song. Yeah. Once again, if you ranked every song ever, this would certainly be somewhere on the list. I agree with that. Yeah, not good. Living Dead Girl by Rob Zombie. Okay, yeah, it's true. It might seem unthinkable now, but there was a time when Rob Zombie's solo career was not guaranteed. However, in 1998, he took his first steps by releasing the Hellbilly Deluxe album, which hit out of the gate with Dragula and kept the pedal to the metal with the second single, Living Dead Girl. It's true. Yeah, I think it holds up. Good song. Come Original by 311. I am an official 311 stan. There are 3 bands that I have listened to over the past 20 years more than anything else. Do you know what those 3 bands are? You know my 3 most listened bands? Well, I'll say 4. My 4 most listened bands of the last 20 years. Do you know what they are? A Day to Remember, Blink-182, Hatebreed, and 311. Those are the bands that I have listened to more than anything else. Non-ironically, legitimately love 311. Obviously, you know, they're a little corny here and there, but I love it. This album is great. I think everything up to, I forget what's the album with Creatures on it from like 2001 or 2002. Everything up to and including that is great. I love 311. Definitely deserve to be on here. Come Original is a great song. Okay, well, that's the end of the list. All right, well, I think, you know, they make a pretty compelling case here that 1999 was indeed the peak of music. I'm on board. I like it. Nice job, Chad. Nice job. Slow clap. Slow clap. Ooh, that's true. No Len on there. That's true. Maybe they don't consider Len to be rock. I don't know, but it's true. I would have taken, you know, Tonic or Stroke 9 or whatever the fuck the name of that band was. I would have taken them off that list and put Len on there instead. That's what I would have said. Because Len, top tier, top tier.